Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and I hope you had a great anniversary event for Idle Heroes. This week we have Imp's Adventure and Reverie keys are thrown in there too, and this is another opportunity to pick up some great free rewards on your account. As well, spenders can get some more monster materials if they wanted to, although I don't necessarily think that's the best idea, but we'll break down the whole event for you in a second. Before we do, if you need one-to-one advice with your Idle Heroes account, consider joining us on a Tuesday for account reviews. You can get one-to-one advice with me by sending me screenshots of your account, and the first Tuesday of the month, which is this Tuesday coming, is in fact open to everybody who needs help with Void campaign. If you need help with that, join our Discord down below, and if you need help with general account stuff, that's every other Tuesday, and you can back me on Patreon as one way to gain access to that. So consider hitting that link up there. So if you need help with your Idle Heroes account, come join us for that on a Tuesday through Discord and our Twitch channel. You can find links for both in the description. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, every day for logging in this week, we're going to get ourselves 4 ordinary dice and 100 Fish King rods. These are standard items that you can use across these events, and you want to make sure that you go ahead and collect these every single day, as these King rods will get you rewards in this week's purchasable shop, and as well these dice will get you more ways to get those purchasable items, as well as rewards in Imp's Adventure. So be sure to log in every day to get your hands on those. Now, if you go to the cool events, you'll see we've got our value packages for this week, and these can be bought with either money or starry gems. They are only offering gems or dice though, and therefore I do not think these are worth picking up, as normally when we want to push events, we want to be getting our hands on train tickets from packages like this, and we also hope there's a currency or a resource that's going to add to an event that gets us lots more rewards. This week isn't one of those events, so in my opinion, this week is not one to spend money or contract story gems on, not for these packages anyway. Next up is the Adventure Pack. This has Prism Story Gems available to you, as well as dice, universal crystals, which can be used to exchange into King's Rods, or you can save them for a future event, and you get 10 treasure coupons, as well as double rewards from Imp's Adventure. This is okay, but for 50 bucks you can get way better rewards in Idle Heroes. I think this is an overinvestment for something actually not that great. Imp's Adventure rewards aren't very good, typically. They've really not stood up to the test of time, and I don't think chasing these is a good idea, even if the double reward bonuses will get you double the amount of King's Rods from here. If you go ahead and roll dice in Imp's Adventure, your Imp will move around, you will land on tiles, and that will get you rewards, and when you pass over these starry huts, you will get a number of stars equal to the small number, which increases as you level up the hut, all the way up to level 3, where you get 5 stars in total. Accumulating those stars gets you progressive rewards, and most free-to-play players can expect to get to the imminent hero selection chest if they choose to spend gems on ordinary dice this week. By doing so, you will get yourself a Reverie key, and I think that is actually a pretty good idea if you've got some gems on your account worth spending. Those Reverie keys can be used here in the Reverie Giftbox, which has a chance to get you some really nice rewards, and there's a 10% chance to high roll here where you can get some absolutely fantastic things. So definitely worth considering on your accounts. Imp's Adventure isn't the only way to get Reverie keys though. As you'll see if we go to the Shelter mission, there's also the opportunity to pick them up when you get copies of the Shelter mission heroes. First for Fortress, we have Holmes Young, and that's going to need 4-star mages in the Fortress faction, as well as a 5-star hero. For Norton Hague, you'll need to exchange 4 warriors from the Shadow faction and a 5-star in the faction as well. For Freya, you're going to need 4-star rangers and a forest hero. And finally, for Williams, you're going to need 4-star warriors and a 5-star in the Abyss faction. And you don't just get a copy of these heroes, you are also getting yourself 5 dice to help you in Imp's Adventure, and of course that Reverie key and 4-star armor, which will help you in different things. The Reverie keys especially will of course get you rewards from the Reverie Giftbox, which has a chance to be really good, as we looked at before. Also, there's an opportunity to pick up Reverie keys from here, and Alakita and Wukong are the heroes for the Light and Dark factions being offered. You don't need 4 stars for these, instead it's 2,000 gems and 2 copies of 5 stars from their factions. I actually think this is really good. Alakita and Wukong are 2 excellent heroes that can be made transcendent, and the Reverie key is more than worth the investment of the 2,000 gems, so I think you should definitely pick this up if you have gems to spare. By doing Shelter Mission and spending gems on dice, you will hopefully be able to get to those 200 points, pick up a ton of King's Rods, and don't forget you're also getting King's Rods for logging in and claiming rewards from campaign, as King Rods can of course be gotten here as well. The Beach Paradise is where you can exchange these King's Rods to get yourself some really solid rewards. You should definitely expect to get yourself an orange chest from here, as you can get about 2,400 just from logging in from campaign, and you will get more from doing the Imp's Adventure. If you have universal crystals left over, you could upgrade this to a pink chest, or you could even push up to getting a deific artifact chest if you're lucky. You may have the opportunity to get an artifact chest here as well. This could be something to consider if you're after a demon bell, but you will need universal crystals to get up to that level. You might be tempted by the monster parts, but I really don't think chasing monster parts is necessarily a good idea for the majority of accounts, as you need not just monster parts, but also specific treasure train items to take monsters to the next level. More on how to do that in a second. So as you've seen already from this week's event, you are able to collect Reverie keys, and they can be exchanged in this Reverie Giftbox, where there's a multitude of different rewards that will upgrade Transcendence heroes. You have things that can help for Destiny, the Tree of Origin, you even have things like cores and relics that can help your account, and if you pull any of these things twice, you can remove it from the pool, which means it won't come from any of the levels. So let's say your account really didn't need any more relics, you could cut those out, or maybe you've got enough crystals of Transcendence, you can cut those out if you get multiple. Basically, you can fine-tune your rewards. This is obviously better the more Reverie keys you have, because you can really begin to cut out a lot of things, but to get more Reverie keys you are going to have to spend, as you'll see in a second. And once we look at the spending, you'll begin to realize I actually don't think it's that great this week. So honestly, I would just get your 6 free Reverie keys from Shelter Mission, plus the one for getting 200 points in Imp's Adventure, and just see what you're able to get from here. And free-to-play players definitely have opportunities to get some really nice stuff if you're lucky enough to high roll. If you get something really good, let me know in the comment section down below. You can get monster treasure coupons here, which can get you those monster-specific treasure train items, and they can be used to upgrade your monsters. So you can see here, there's a big up arrow on my Phoenix, and you can liberate the monster to the next level, but you do need the Phoenix Harp in the treasure train, and you do need to have the specific ethereal soul items to make that possible. For the auras on the monster, they also have their own specific treasure, and the same goes for the runes to take all of these to the next level. I don't have these runes, as I have not pushed for these monster tickets, and honestly I would save these monster tickets because it is heavily implied that Phoenix is not just going to be the only monster. We likely could get something like Snake or Wolf. They could give us even Lion as the next of these upgradable monsters. Perhaps Phoenix is not the way to go, we just don't know. So personally, I am saving any monster tickets that I could get once DH Games have given us a broader selection of monsters. We know that this is the case because if you go to the treasure train and scroll to the bottom, you can actually pick which monster is getting upgraded, and no doubt they will bring us more monsters in the future, and that's probably going to happen in the next few months or so. So in my opinion, just save your monster train tickets for now. However, you may really want to push and upgrade the Phoenix, and you're a super heavy spender, so let's look at the ways that you could spend money to get more monster stuff. It starts with these feast packages, and this can get quite expensive. These are hundreds of dollars if you want to buy this whole thing, and these boxes are given to you that have drop chances of monster train tickets. You could even get a pink selection chest, which I think is extremely unlucky because people spending here want the monster stuff, and this doesn't even contain any of it. And then you also have these ones. If you're really lucky, you get that 1 in 20 chance to get a massive 100 ticket pull. You can then open those tickets and hopefully get yourself something nice, and the treasure train items that you need to upgrade the monster, of course. However, there's also the resources you need to upgrade the monsters. The only places you can really pick these up, of course, are going to be from the Paradise Beach, where you can buy them here for the different runes and auras and monster level stuff, so you'll need a different currency for each one. And you've also got the added problem of the Moonlight Gift, where it wants you to spend $300 to get more of these specific rewards. You do get a chest, though, for the specific area, but you need one of these for each of the different auras, and you need one of the orange ones for each of the different runes. I think this is ridiculous. It's just an opportunity for whales to spend money to begin upgrading these, but the amount of money you need to spend is absolutely crazy. And also, when you consider the amount of stat bonuses we're now gaining from the Grimoire, I don't know why anyone wants to upgrade these monsters. The Grimoire is where it's at. Look, I'm getting 12.3 million fixed attack just from upgrading the Grimoire with what I have right now. Yes, this is a relatively late game account with lots and lots of powerful heroes, but the fact the Grimoire is even capable of doing that in its early stages is bonkers. That's almost as big as my treasure train in just a single event anniversary that's given us that opportunity. If you're curious how I got to that level, go ahead and subscribe, as I will be giving you a video very soon showing you how I got those big rewards from anniversary. So if you're curious, hit that subscribe button to catch that. But anyway, I do think if you're looking to spend on this game, the monsters are not something to focus your resources on. I think just passively gain those resources as they come, and DH Games will increasingly realize this and give us easier and better ways to get those monster materials. The things I would want to be focusing my money on right now is things that are going to improve your hero's tree of origin, your destiny levels, and of course your grimoire as well, and if you're later game, Star Souls, which can improve you as well. Or Davic artifacts, that's another really good thing to chase, I suppose, if you need those. But more importantly for accounts, monsters do not fit into that category. I think this is a huge overinvestment and waste. And personally, I think this event is just a wonderful opportunity for free-to-play players to get a few Reverie keys and try their luck here. And it's a nice, relaxing event where there's no big pressure of crazy event rewards that's going to push people to need to spend or waste resources. So yeah, just enjoy this week, spend some gems, roll some dice, and hopefully you'll get some really nice rewards from the Reverie Giftbox, and let me know if you get a high roll in the comments section below. Now, next week's event is going to be Fantasy Factory, and we have Prophet Summons and Heroic Miracle. This is pretty interesting. You've got Wukong as the Heroic Miracle reward, and Williams is available for the Prophet Summons. They might add some additional bonuses to the event, so hit that subscribe button for next Friday, where I'm going to give you a breakdown of this event and show you everything in store. Hopefully it's a little more interesting than this week, though, because this just appears to be an exact replica of the last Imps Adventure event we had, where they released those monsters. For now, guys, use your Reverie keys. Hopefully you get something nice, and I will see you in the next one. And if you're expecting a stream tonight, there won't be one, as I'm actually at my friend's wedding. So if you're expecting a stream, I will not be live, and I'll try and give you some videos over the weekend if I get some time to edit them. I've got a lot of stuff coming from Anniversary. It's just been a lot of editing at the moment for me because we actually recorded a lot of stuff, but very long videos. We've got an account review coming up as well, so if you want to catch that, subscribe. And we built a Williams-focused account, which is pretty exciting. If you're curious how to use Williams in the early game, that is definitely a video for you. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, have an amazing week, and happy idling.